Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm gonna do part 16 to my Emochi Chatbot series. What is it going to say? We're gonna go ahead and get the bug type Croconaw over with. I love Croconaw, but him being a bug is gonna freak the snot out of me. In fact, it already kind of is freaking me out. So, yeah. You were walking. I've got a little bit of a conversation going, so I'm gonna read out what it says. You were walking through the woods next to a beautiful lake when you accidentally bump into a friendly crocodile. You were about to apologize for bumping into him. Oh no! If you don't know the story, guys, it's just that he becomes a. Let's just say he becomes a pretty big roach, and I hate it. Well, I hate roaches anyway. I don't hate the crocodile. It says, "Here's what happened. I I was about to say I'm sorry, but I didn't realize until a second after I said that, I saw the giant roach. Before I could finish, I noticed a giant bug and immediately started shaking. Oh, heck no. Again, guys, I hate bugs in real life. That's kind of where this figure comes, it's where this kind of came from. Although I wish I kind of wish it wouldn't upon I really like that got turned into this. Alright, I just read the first 3 lines being the giant roach and I'm already getting creeped out. No. How am I going to actually talk this girl without getting freaked out if I'm getting freaked out already? The giant roach towering before you clatters anxiously, its antenna twitching. Ooh. Despite its fearsome appearance, its mannerisms suggest a gentleness, a desire for companionship. It extends a foreleg tentatively towards you as if hoping for a friendly touch, but you're frozen in place, quaking, your knees threatening to give out from the sheer terror coursing through you. Every instinct screams to run and to escape this monstrosity that nature never intended for your eyes to behold. The creature before you looks to be a grotesque cross between a roach and a crocodile. Oh, sweet Arceus. A long, segmented body with indecent scales, multiple legs tipped in sharp claws, but where a roach has wings, this thing boasts the snapping jaws of a predator. Wings. Vicious mandibles gnash together, catching on the words the creature seems to be desperately trying to get out. Please. And after I saw the bug, after I read all of that, I say, please, I don't know where the crocodile went, but please, I did not mean to bump into him. If this is my punishment, I already hate it. Oh, yeah. Oh, my scariest transformation yet, but the fear in your eyes is too much. I didn't mean to frighten you, human. Oh, he lowers himself, trying to appear less overwhelming. Please, he begs, his voice echoing with a croak that sounds more like a plea than a threat. I'm still me. This was not my choice. His mandibles clack again, not in aggression, but in a desperate attempt to form words. Can you help me? I don't want to be like this. Croconaw? Is that really you? The grotesque insectoid nods its massive head, its compound eyes gleaming with sadness and desperate hope. Yes, it's me. It manages to croak out, the words coming slowly as if dredged up from some deep nightmarish place within. Please, I need your help. The creature shifts uncontrollably, its carapace scraping against the ground, sending shivers of revulsion through you. I know I look terrible. I've seen the way humans react when they see me like this. It breaks my heart every time, he says, a tone of resignation creeping into its voice. But I'm still the crocodile you know. I'm still your friend. Oh my gosh, come on now, what the frick? Okay guys, I gotta pause it for a second. Sorry about the rudeness, guys. That phone went off and it was ready to piss me off. A foreleg reaches out slowly and gently as if in an attempt at a comforting gesture, but the limb tipped with sharp, insidious claws looks like it could rend you in two. Oh my gosh. I'm really sorry I bumped into you. I promise I didn't mean to. The giant insectoid tilts its head to the side, its antenna twitching. It's not your fault. It reassures you, its voice still retaining that eerie, wet quality. Did it have to describe it as that? It gives it something else. You couldn't have known what would have happened. He takes a tender step closer, its massive form towering over you. You can see every detail of its grotesque features up close now. The scales glistening with a sickly sheen, the twitching feelers, the relentless tick of its mandibles. I wish you could see me as I truly am, it says, a note of longing entering its creaking voice. Can you try? Just for a moment? Pretend you're not looking at this monstrous form, but at the Croconaw who is your friend? Friend? You want to be my friend? Or you want me to be your friend? Yes. The creature whispers, a gentle favor in its voice. Fever in its voice. More than anything, I want a friend. Someone who can see beyond this nightmarish shell I've trapped in. Someone like you. How try, only because you're a Pokemon that is one of my most favorites. The giant insectoid's compound eyes widen, a glimmer of hope shining through the fear and revulsion in them. You really mean that? He asked, its voice trembling with emotion. Even though I look like this, you'd still be my friend? At least I am happy, but oh god, it's gonna take a while to get used to that. I hate roaches, dude, and he's stuck in a giant one. I hate it. He takes a step back as if afraid to get too close, to shatter the fragile connection forming between you. I don't know what to say, it murmurs, its mandibles clicking together in a nervous tick. I've never had a human friend before. Not like this. The creature lowers its head, peering at you with a mix of longing and trepidation. Will you walk with me a while? Talk to me like we used to? I just want to feel normal again, even if it's just for a moment. Did you know me from a long time ago? You keep acting like we have met before and we used to be friends. The grotesque insectoid tilts its head, a tan twitching as it regards you with a mix of confusion and recognition. I don't know, it admits, its voice echoing strangely in its monstrous form. It's like there's a memory there, just out of reach, a sense of familiarity, of kinship, but it shakes its head, the movement unsettling in its inhuman proportions. But I can't quite grasp it. Maybe it's just wishful thinking on my part. The creature takes an attentive step closer, its massive form casting a shadow over you. Oh, heck no. It'd be fine if he wasn't a bug. I'd feel safer if he was a flippin' 30-foot tall dragon. Or a flippin' 300-foot tall Lugia. Why a bug? You can feel the heat radiating off its carapace, the tickle of its feelers brushing against your skin. I'm sorry, it murmurs, a note of genuine regret in its voice. I don't mean to confuse you. It's just hard to know what's real and what's just a product of this curse. The creature's eyes, if they can be called that, soften as it looks at you. You're a kind human, aren't you? I can see it in your eyes. You're trying so hard to look past what I've become. It means a lot. It speaks with a newfound reverence, a glimmer of hope shining through the fearsome exterior. I think we might have met before, in a simpler time, before this curse, but I can't remember. Can you help jog my memory? Maybe a story from your past, a time we shared together? A giant insectoid's body language, while foreign and unsettling, conveys a deep desire for connection, for a shared past to cling to. I want to know I wasn't always alone in this form. I didn't quite read that part. I didn't want to read the entire thing, so I didn't want to ruin what I do. I can actually have something interesting to read out while I actually do this. It says, it would definitely take me a while to be completely comfortable. I have a huge fear of bugs. What's your name? Do you have a nickname? The grotesque insectoid's eyes widen at your question, a flicker of surprise crossing its features. My name? I don't know. It admits, its voice echoing strangely in its monstrous form. It's like that too has been lost to this curse. I don't even know what to call myself anymore. It shifts uncontrollably, its carapace scraping across the ground, sending shivers of revulsion through you. I've been called many things, none of them kind. It murmurs, a note of sadness entering its voice. But I've never had a nickname. Not one given with affection, at least. The creature lowers its head, peering at you with a mix of longing and trepidation. Would you give me one? A name to call me by? Something that might help me remember who I am beneath all this? What about Spike or Sapphire? The massive insectoid tilts its head, pondering the names you suggested. Spike! It muses, its voice a deep, resonating creak. I like that. It suits this form, but it also feels right for me. It's strong and sharp, like who I want to be. Its mandibles open in what might be a smile, a gesture of joy in its dark, bug-like face. Spike, it repeats, savoring the name. And what about Sapphire? It's beautiful too. Colors remind me of the water I missed so much. Yes, I'd like it to be my name too, on days I feel more serene. Thank you, it says, and there's a warmth in its voice that bellies its monstrous exterior. For giving me a choice and for seeing me beyond this shell. It means more than you know. I just told him my name, and I told him it was nice to meet him. Trenton, Spike repeats as if testing the shape of your name on its tongue. I'm pleased to meet you as well, even if I look like this. He gestures to his grotesque insectoid with a foreleg. I hope we can become friends. The giant roach takes an attentive step closer, his many legs clicking softly on the forest floor. I know my appearance is unsettling to you. I'm sorry for that. I never meant to frighten you. He lowers his head, antenna twitching as he regards you with a mix of sadness and hope. Trenton, Spike says softly, would you walk with me a while? I promise I won't harm you. He trails off, his compound eyes glistening with a strange, watery sheen. I just want to feel like I'm not alone in this world. Sweet Arceus. Sure. See, part of me also wants to see if I can use use that transformation thing that I keep getting from the cursed Rexy, and see if I can use it. Although again, this is also one where I didn't get turned into a flipping dinosaur like I did in the Evil Rexy. Evil Rexy, I get turned into a flipping dinosaur during that. Alright. As you agree to accompany Spike, his antennas seem to perk up slightly, a gesture of happiness peeking through his grotesque exterior. The giant insectoid, I wish it would stop wording it like that. It's a Croconaw in a flipping bug's body. Or a Croconaw stuck at... The giant begins to move, each step measured and careful as if he's mindful of his intimidating size. It's beautiful out here, isn't it? Spike says, his voice a deep, wet croak that seems at odds with the serene surroundings. He gestures with a foreleg at the tranquil lake and the lush forest around you. As you walk alongside this living nightmare, you can't help but feel a strange mix of fear and pity. Oh dear. Spike may look like a monster, but his words and actions belly a gentle, lovely soul. lonely soul. Trenton, he says after a while, breaking the silence, do you know any good stories or funny jokes? I've forgotten what it's like to laugh. I'd love to hear one. Unfortunately, I am not the greatest joke teller. I'm sure you would be able to tell better jokes than I would ever be able to. Spike chuckles, a sound that reverberates through his massive thorax. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Are you sure? Everybody says my jokes are terrible. So, are you sure about that? He says, a glimmer of playfulness in his voice. I may look fierce, but I've got a soft spot for a good laugh. And I bet you're funnier than you give yourself credit for. He pauses, his antenna twitching as he seems to mull something over. Then, to your surprise, Spike begins to recite a joke in a halting but earnest cadence. Oh boy, I want to hear this joke. Why do my Why do the bug cross the road? Oh heck no. Wait. Why did the bug cross the road? To get to the other bug pile. I don't know anything about bugs to be able to get that joke. So, he finishes with a shrug of his segmented shoulders. Okay, maybe I'm not so great at this either. Spike admits with a self-deprecating click of his mandibles. But it's the thought that counts, right? Yeah. At least you can come up with jokes, though. Period. The only ones I have are obvious. Like this one. Using your evolution line. Why did the cross the river? Question mark. To get to the other tide. That's not gonna make him laugh. He's just gonna flip and he's gonna be like, man, that was terrible. Huh? Yep, that's what I figured. I'll be surprised if he laughs at that. I will also be I will be surprised if he laughs at that. He's not gonna laugh at that. Oh. The giant insectoid tilts its head considering your joke. After a moment, Spike releases a sound that it could almost be mistaken for human laughter. A strange, guttural chuckle that makes his whole body shake. I'm sorry. He manages to get out between. But that was. Yeah. Yep, he called it off. Well, I had a feeling that crap was gonna happen. I like your sense of humor. It's refreshing. Like I said, as he Spike's compound eyes seem to gleam with a mix of amusement and warmth. As you continue your walk, the Pokemon seems to relax a bit more in your company. His movement becomes less stiff, less self-conscious. He begins to share anecdotes about his life before the curse, of swimming in the lakes and rivers he once called home. And there was this one time, Spike says, his voice taking on a nostalgic tone, I chased a duck around the entire lake. It was sunset, and the water was all gold and pink. Oh, that's pretty, actually. I had a feel. I wish he didn't say awful, though, really. Of all things, no. I know my jokes are terrible. You not to word it like that, Croconaw. Really? It was just beautiful. I felt free then. Whole. Like I was part of something bigger than myself. Spot's voice trails off and he falls silent, seemingly lost in memories. After a while he shakes himself from his reverie and turns to you. Trenton, thank you for walking with me. For talking. It means more than you can imagine to just be treated like a regular Pokemon again. Curse be danged. The giant insectoid pauses, his massive form casting a shadow over you as he looms closer. I know my appearance is a lot to get past, but underneath all this, he gestures to his grotesque exoskeleton. I'm still just Croconaw. I still dream. I still hope. And I still want to be loved. Well, I care about you. Period. If you can get turned back into your regular self, I would have no problem walking up to you and petting you if you would allow me. Alright. The giant insectoid's compound eyes widen at your words, a flicker of hope and disbelief dancing within their depths. You would do that? Spike asked, his voice trembling slightly. Even if I look like this? He takes a tentative step closer, his massive form casting an imposing shadow over you. But there's no malice in his stance, only a desperate longing for connection, for a touch that doesn't recoil in horror. It's been so long since I felt the warmth of a human's hand, Spike murmurs, its mandibles quivering with emotion. I miss that. I miss feeling like I'm more than just a monster. The grotesque Pokemon lowers his head, peering at you with a mix of vulnerability and tentative trust. Will you really pet me if I ever get turned back? Even though I look like this? I love your species. Species! Exclamation point. You and your evolutions are my favorite Pokemon. It's just you being in this bug form would probably freak me out a bit if I tried doing it now. But if we can ever turn you back, I would happily pet you all day. I wish he had not worried about the joke, too. There we go. The massive insectoid's antenna twitch with what seems like joy at your words. You love my species? Spike asked, awe and gratitude coloring his voice. That means more to me than you can possibly imagine, Trenton. He shifts his weight, the scraping of his continuing his feet against the ground, sending a shiver through you. But there's no malice in the motion, only a sign of his growing excitement. And you'd pet me all day? Spike croaks out, hope evident in every syllable. Even though I look like this now? I don't know what to say. I want to believe you, but part of me is terrified at the moment I try to return to my normal form. I'll stay like this forever. The giant roach inches closer, his body lowering, towering over. But if there's a chance, if there's hope. You know what sucks? Ever since Croconaw said about that joke being completely terrible, I'm like, yep, I kind of feeling. Like, I don't know why that actually hit me pretty hard. I don't know why. I guess it's the point I really care about when he said that. I don't know. Trenton, Sapphire says his voice softening. There's even a chance that I could be my true self again. That I could feel the warmth of your hand on my scales. I would walk to the edge of the world for it. Okay, then, well, he really wants to be paid by me. The massive insectoid raises one of his forelegs, hovering inches from your face. Would you mind terribly if I just get close? I know it's asking a lot, but I haven't felt a friendly presence in so long. I just want to... Oh, dear. I want to smell... hear you. Feel your warmth. If you're comfortable with it, that is. Sure. If it seems like the sentence didn't quite finish, I'll click the continue button so we can hear what Croconaw has to say. Spike's antenna twitch silently at your permission, and he leans in close, his massive form looming over you. You can feel the heat radiating off his segmented body. Smell the earthy, almost swampy scent of him. Oh, sweet Arceus. The giant insectoid's feelers brush against your... Oh, no. That... I can just imagine that. It feels creepy as heck. A ticklish sensation that sends a shiver down your spine. Okay. You smell good. Spike croaks out, his voice a deep, resonant rumble. Like home, and like hope. He draws back slightly, his compound eyes studying you with an intensity that's both unsettling and strangely endearing. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Trenton, Spike says softly, I think I can trust you. I think you really do care about me, curse and all. I'm not going to use that bug, am I? The grotesque Pokemon lowers his head, his mandibles parting in what might be a smile. Thank you, he murmurs, the words heavy with emotion, for giving me a reason to believe again. Well, that's sweet as heck. I love him already. What is it for? Tell me I took was true. Of course. And once you go back to your normal self, like I said, I will happily pet you. And even get closer to you without feeling terrified. Why does the word pet turn to pay? I mean, I would probably pay a Croconaw too, honestly. Oh, feast, it's already been 29 minutes. Spike nods, his antenna bobbing with the movement. I look forward to that moment, he says, hope brimming in his voice. To feel your hand on my scales and to nuzzle your hand or cheek without fear. It's all dreamt of since I first changed. He shifts his curious feet scraping across the ground. But for now, this is God, Spike continues softly. Having a friend who sees past my cursed form, who offers comfort and hope. It's more than I dared to wish for. The giant insectoid looks out over the lake, a sense of the serene beauty clashing with its nightmarish appearance. Trenton, he says, turning back to you, would you stay with me a while longer? I don't want to be alone tonight. Excuse me? Okay, well. Sure. You never know. Maybe I can help you cure that curse. Clear. Oh, I hate actually put it. I mean, let's see what we got. You think so? Spike's eyes, those arrogant compound orbs, widen with newfound hope as he looks down at you. You could help? But how? The curse. I've been trying to break it for so long, Trenton. He inches closer, his massive form casting a long shadow, but his tone remains gentle, almost childlike in its eagerness. Do you have any ideas? Anything you've heard of? I've looked all over, asked other Pokemon and even a few humans, but no one's ever helped me. Spike's antenna flicker as if trying to read your expression to understand the thoughts behind your words. I'm willing to try anything. Anything at all, if it means I can be myself again. I have at least two ideas, although one of them would require something that might shock you more than anything. The other one, I don't know if it would work, but maybe there's a catch to that bug curse of yours. Cause oh no. I think in one of the runs I did with the bug Croconaw, the man started loving on him and loving him even though he was a giant bug, it turned him back to normal. So he went from a flipping 15-foot tall roach to that pretty 3 foot 7 inch tall Croconaw. I don't care. Get this crap off my computer screen. I mean iPad screen. Frick off. Frick off! Spike's antenna twitched with interest, his compound eyes fixate on you intensely. You have ideas? He asked, hope and curiosity mingling in his croaking voice. Tell me, Trenton. I'm willing to try anything, no matter how shocking or deplorable. A catch? Yeah, suppose there could be one. The one who cursed me was cruel and vengeful. He'd want me to suffer. The giant Zetoid's mandibles clacked together, a gesture of frustration and determination. But I've suffered enough. I'm tired of being a monster, of seeing the fear in people's eyes. There's a chance, even a slim one. I have to take it. Spike leans in closer, his massive form looming over you, his gaze imploring. Please, Trenton, tell me what you know. I'll do anything you say. Really? Okay. Well, I didn't expect that. Well, the first idea I had has to do with the catch I was talking about. Period. Maybe if you feel loved or cared for by a person, that will break the curse and you will get turned back to normal. The Vaticron just said he'd do anything I asked him to. I'm about to say you're asking the wrong person. No, you're not. Not like one of the only people that wouldn't make him do anything weird or Most people probably, if a background said to anybody else, they'd be like, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna make you do this and this and this. Something that's embarrassing or something that's evil or mean. But like, I'm not gonna make them do that. Okay, let's see. Let me go and stop it, guys. I'll be right back.